Welcome to Hoops, highlighted by Digger Phelps. I'm Ray Crawford here with the coach to preview some of the big games coming up this weekend. And Digger, Kentucky trailed Florida at halftime before coming back to win. They beat LSU by 2 Tuesday. Are they vulnerable with South Carolina coming up Saturday?
If I'm Frank Martin, I'm going to take that LSU tape and find out how LSU went on a 21-2 run to go up 66-60 with 7+ left in that game. And that could be the way to exploit Kentucky at both ends of the floor. But then vintage Kentucky, the last 7 minutes of that game, they go on an 11-3 run to win the game, 71-69, the last 7 minutes of that game to end it and win that game. The X factor to me, Devin Booker. Yeah, the Harrison twins do their gig, but Booker shows up at the right time getting his 14 points. When they need key points, Booker gets the ball and he can score. So look for Kentucky to move on, to take care of business, and knock off South Carolina at home.
Virginia has just 3 players who are averaging double figures. One of them, Justin Anderson, who's out with a broken finger. Is his absence going to make a difference against Wake Forest?
Not at home. I thought they had a great win playing at NC State. And when you look at their defense, just like find ways to shut you down. I think it's an art. It's like looking at a Van Gogh painting. Because what do? They just find a way to get the brush strokes to get you to where you're missing shots. And NC State ends up shooting 33%, and they make a way to find a way to win games. And obviously, when you look at Malcolm Brogdon, he's the go-to guy under pressure. Yes, they miss Anderson, but they're finding ways to still win until he gets that finger healed on the shooting hand and get him back in that lineup.
Pretty tough assignment for Syracuse, who will try to slow down the highest-scoring offense in the ACC in Duke. Can the Orange stop Okafor, Winslow, and Jones?
Well, I'm sure Boeheim's saying, fellas, this is our Super Bowl, because if Duke goes on and wins the national title and we beat them here like we did last year at Syracuse, this is the only thing we have left, because Syracuse is not going to any postseason events. But when you look at how Duke has been playing the last couple of weeks, Tyus Jones, Justin Winslow, and Okafor, they had 51 points, 26 rebounds, 11 assists against Notre Dame, and they won that game 90-60. But I think the key to this game is going to be Trevor Cooney for Syracuse. If he's hitting threes and making the offense go on the outside versus Quinn Cook, who's the go-to guy under pressure for Duke, whichever one of those two guys shows up, that's who's going to control the game. But Duke's going to be on a mission for a payback from losing at Syracuse last year.
Baylor leads the Big 12 in scoring defense, lost to Kansas by just 1 point in Waco last month. Will the Jayhawks, though, be able to control this game in Lawrence Saturday?
I think they will because of their zone defense. Let's go back last week when they played at West Virginia and beat West Virginia 87-69. The guy that I'm concerned with for Kansas, Rico Gathers. He had 17 points, 17 rebounds. He just beat you up inside. He did that when they won at West Virginia. So I think Oubre, Alexander, and Perry Ellis have got to control that inside. Kansas' MO when they lose. They lost at Oklahoma State. Why? 18 points off of 18 Kansas turnovers. They shoot 10 for 19 on the free throw line, 53%. But if Mason and Selden take care of the perimeter game and Perry Ellis leads those guys in the front line in the inside game, they should knock off Baylor at home.
All right, great scouting report as always. We'll see how it all plays out this weekend. Digger, thanks very much.
My pleasure.
Our first Friday the 13th is upon us. Which plays have been the unluckiest in college sports so far? Check it out on CampusInsiders.com.